Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The Golden State Warriors have everything to make an impact this season, but for that to happen they will have to have enough courage to understand that they need to win now, and two great players are available on the market who can change the Warriors' course and make them favorites. Recover the dynasty and be champion. Rumors: three-team deal brings a star and a big center to the Warriors. The Warriors can make two blockbuster trades to save their season by focusing on Jimmy Butler and Miles Turner. The Golden State Warriors are struggling on the basketball court after their hot 8-2 start to the 2024-25 NBA season, as they sit with an 18-16 record and the 8th seed in the Western Conference. Stephen Curry is clearly showing his age at various points throughout the season, and the simple addition of Dennis Schroeder won't relieve his offensive duties. It seems the Warriors are severely lacking some star power who can be difference makers on both ends of the court, particularly on offense. Luckily for the Warriors, they have a ton of interesting trade assets, including players and first-round picks that most teams would love to acquire. The first target in mind has to be Jimmy Butler, a player who is in a very ugly situation with the Miami Heat as the team wants to trade the player as soon as possible following an ugly 7-game suspension. The relationship between Butler and the Heat organization, mainly Pat Riley, has been deteriorating since the start of the year, and it is time for a parting of ways. The reasons why the Warriors should go after Butler are obvious since the player is one of the best two-way stars in the league and has a few years left of his prime. There is no wonder why the Warriors have shown interest in acquiring Butler, but they should not stop there because simply acquiring him won't be enough to guarantee a spot in the NBA Finals. The second target has to be a big man, specifically Miles Turner, since he can defend the rim with force and also space the floor enough to be a capable Warriors player. Turner is one of the few centers who can provide what the Warriors need, and we have an idea of how the franchise can acquire the big man as well. Let's dive into how the Warriors can save their season with two blockbuster trades. Golden State Warriors depth chart would look very scary. Starting lineup: Stephen Curry, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, Miles Turner. Bench: Dennis Schroeder, Moses Moody, Lindy Waters III, Kyle Anderson, Gue Santos, Tracy Jackson-Davis, Kevin Looney. The revamped Warriors lineup would strike fear into opponents across the league. A starting five of Stephen Curry, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, and Miles Turner combines elite shooting, defensive versatility, and playoff experience. Curry remains the engine of the offense, but now he has two high-level co-stars in Butler and Turner to share the load. Butler's ability to score in isolation and Turner spacing would make the Warriors nearly impossible to defend, while Green anchors the defense and facilitates the offense as the team's vocal leader. Nobody would want to play the Warriors with these two trades in place. The bench unit also becomes one of the most well-rounded in the league, featuring Dennis Schroeder as a steady backup point guard who can create offense when Curry rests. Moses Moody, Lindy Waters III, and Gue Santos add shooting and youth, while Kyle Anderson provides veteran savvy and defensive versatility. The frontcourt rotation is shored up with Kevin Looney, Tracy Jackson-Davis, and the rim protection of Turner. This new-look Warriors roster not only fixes their mid-season woes but also prepares them for a deep postseason run. The combination of Curry's brilliance, Butler's two-way dominance, and Turner's rim protection make Golden State a legitimate title contender once again. Golden State Warriors receive Jimmy Butler. Miami Heat receive Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton II, 2026 first-round pick, GSW. Jimmy Butler's arrival in Golden State would immediately elevate the Warriors into a higher echelon of competitiveness. As one of the league's elite two-way players, Butler brings a unique blend of scoring, defense, and leadership that the Warriors desperately need. Averaging 17.6 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 4.7 assists this season, Butler has a proven track record of stepping up in high-pressure situations, making him an ideal addition to complement Stephen Curry. His defensive intensity and ability to take on the opposition's best wing player would lighten Draymond Green's load, while also setting the tone for the team's younger players. Inserting Butler into the lineup addresses Golden State's need for a consistent secondary scorer and a defensive enforcer. While Andrew Wiggins has struggled to maintain his all-star level from a few years ago, Butler guarantees a higher floor and ceiling for the Warriors. Butler's ability to create his own shot, attack the basket, and facilitate in clutch moments would be an invaluable asset for a Warriors team that has lacked a reliable offensive option outside of Curry. This trade solidifies the perimeter defense and brings a championship mentality that fits perfectly with Golden State's culture. The acquisition of Butler also re-establishes the Warriors as serious contenders in a loaded Western Conference. With a versatile star capable of contributing on both ends of the floor, the team becomes far less reliant on Curry to carry them offensively. Butler's presence ensures Golden State has a shot creator in moments when defenses double-team Curry, keeping the offense fluid and dangerous. In a tight playoff series, Butler's ability to deliver under pressure could be the difference between another early exit and a deep postseason run. Golden State Warriors receive Miles Turner. Indiana Pacers receive Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, 2027 first-round pick, GSW. Miles Turner, 15.3 points, 7.1 rebounds, is the modern center the Warriors have been searching for, and his addition would address several glaring weaknesses. As an elite shot blocker with 2.1 blocks per game this season, Turner provides a defensive anchor in the paint that Golden State has sorely lacked. His ability to protect the rim would allow perimeter defenders like Curry, Butler, and Green to take more risks, knowing Turner has their backs. On the offensive side, Turner's ability to stretch the floor with his 39.1% three-point shooting adds another dimension to the Warriors' already potent offense. Turner's fit within the Warriors system is seamless. His mobility, defensive instincts, and shooting touch perfectly align with the team's philosophy of pace and space. Unlike traditional centers, Turner can thrive in Golden State's motion-heavy offense, setting screens, rolling to the basket, or popping out for three-pointers. His presence would also enable Draymond Green to focus more on playmaking and defense without having to worry about being the team's primary big man. The combination of Turner's rim protection and Green's defensive IQ would make Golden State one of the toughest teams to score against in the paint. Adding Turner not only bolsters the defense but also unlocks new offensive opportunities for the Warriors. With Turner's ability to stretch defenses, Curry and Butler would have more room to operate on drives and pull-ups, while Draymond Green can exploit mismatches created by Turner's presence. In a Western Conference loaded with big men like Nikola Jokic and Anthony Davis, having a player like Turner ensures the Warriors are better equipped to handle the league's elite frontcourt players. Coach Steve Kerr believes the rest of the season will be better. The Warriors, who have now won 3 of their last 4 games, want to maximize the title window for Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, but also prepare Kuminga, Podziemski, and Moses Moody for their future. The Warriors also like the depth they have, knowing they need to keep Curry and Green healthy throughout the season. Curry sat out Saturday's game, the first of a back-to-back home series, with tendinitis in his knees, but Kerr said the franchise star hasn't sat out a game during every back-to-back series. Not necessarily for the rest of the year, but during that period where knee tendinitis was a factor, Kerr said. The coaching staff feels strongly that for now it makes more sense not to play him in back-to-back games. But that could change depending on how it goes. Kerr could also have a healthier roster soon. Gary Payton too, who was out with a calf injury, was cleared to resume on-court training and will be re-evaluated in a week. Podziemski remains out with abdominal strain. After starting the season 12-3, the Warriors lost 12 of their next 15 games. However, the Warriors are on a strong run heading into Sunday's game against the Sacramento Kings. They shot 60.9% in a 139-105 win over the Philadelphia 76ers on Thursday, leading to Saturday's win over the Grizzlies. And in that home win, Andrew Wiggins scored 24 points and Schroeder added 17. I think with Dennis in the mix now we have a chance to really have a big defensive moment again, Kerr said. As we were at the beginning of the year. And if we can get it all together, maybe we won't need to do anything, in terms of trade. But we definitely need to take advantage of the next month and really see what we have.